Imagine you've been invited by Sir Richard Branson on the Virgin flight of Virgin Airlines. The plane is loaded with dignitaries and government leaders and business leaders. The plane is crowded with news media and reporters. And just as you're taking off down the runway, there's a huge explosion, black smoke and flames, and you're thinking, what's going on?
Oh my God. Nobody likes to be on a plane when there's a big bang. You know, especially when you've got the when it's an inspection. And but the only problem was that because the plane had only just arrived from Boeing and we hadn't had our inspection, we weren't insured. So we were minus $1 million down with that engine that morning, and that meant that we broke our overdraft limits at the bank. And I went home on the Monday after the inaugural flight to find my bank manager sitting on my doorstep, waiting to tell me that he was going to put the Virgin Group out of business. And he came inside and told me this, and I just said, look, I'm sorry, but you're not welcome in my house, and took him by the arm and took him to the door and gently pushed him out of the house.
Booted him out.
And then I just shook. I mean, it's just, I just couldn't believe that that he was willing to put 5,000 jobs out on the street. We had no idea whether we could make a go of it at all. All my fellow directors on the record company, when I said I wanted to start an airline, were apoplectic, and nobody expected us to succeed. And I wasn't sure, but I just felt that traveling on other people's airlines was not a pleasant experience, and I just felt there must be a way of doing it better.
And he did find a better way, and that's today's takeaway. When the crisis hit Richard, he said that the first thing he did was not to try to solve the problem. He actually just put all his energy into finding blame. The problem with blame was that no matter how much he blamed the banker or the explosion or everyone else, he still had to deal with the issue. So he said, your biggest priority has to be to save the day, to solve the problem. If you're working on just blaming everyone, who's going to actually be the hero? The truth is that you don't have control over everything that happens. I mean, stuff happens. But you do have control over the choices that you make. You can take control of your destiny. You see, the difference between good and great is not perfection. The difference between good and great is finding the best solution, putting together a great team, and making things happen. In other words, staying focused on your dream, the dream that you deserve, no matter what.